Despite the challenges that undoubtedly remain, Ireland's economy is now well established on the path to recovery. This recovery is reflected in the property market, where house prices and transactions, particularly in Dublin, have seen significant increases over the past year. We spoke to the experts at Savills about Ireland's economic recovery and asked about the current trends in the property market, such as the prominence of cash buyers, the demand for new home development, and the type of properties that are most sought after.
Last year, employment in Ireland grew by 3.3%. This was by some margin the strongest jobs growth across the whole of the European Union. And we're beginning to see that that's feeding through to improved consumer confidence. We see a huge increase in the sales of capital items, things like motor vehicles, things like furniture, and we expect that this will ultimately feed through to increased house sales as well. In the last 12 months, there's been a 34% increase in the number of house sales, so that I think indicates a recovering market. House prices have increased by around 18% in Dublin over the last 12 months, and if you look at it nationally, prices are up about 8%. There are very few things people agree about when it comes to property, but one of the things that everybody agrees on is that this has been driven by tight supply. There simply are insufficient houses to meet the number of people that are looking to buy, and that's driving up both prices and rents, which in turn are up about 8% in Dublin over the last year.
Well, you have a range of different buyers looking to buy in Dublin at this moment in time. You have your first-time buyers, and what they're predominantly looking for is 2, 3 and 4 bedroom semi-detached properties, either centrally located or located close to good transport links. They will also look at apartments, centrally located apartments. We're also looking at family buyers who will be looking for 3, 4 and 5 bedroom semi-detached and detached houses. We also have the people looking to trade down within the marketplace. I think if you look to South County Dublin, across the board, huge demand. City centre locations from Dublin 2, 4 and 6, you'll see a range of different type of profile of buyers there, from the investment market, those trading up and those trading down. If you go along the coast into maybe more suburban locations, strong demand from the family buyers and that, as well as the first time buyers. North Dublin, again, coastal locations from Clontarf all the way out to Howth and Malahide, huge demand across the board from first time buyers and family buyers.
12 months ago, we noticed that cash accounted for about 62% of all residential sales in Ireland. At that time, we predicted that cash would decline in terms of the total amount of sales. Our prediction has turned out to be correct. Cash sales have begun to taper off. 52% of all sales this year have been cash sales.
The supply of new homes at the moment is restricted. There are a few developments that are coming on stream, but they've been possibly 6-9 months in the making. There's far greater demand for new homes than there is supply coming to the market. There's more coming later this year in the Greater Dublin area and early into 2015, but it's not meeting this demand at all. The main issue in the market is the supply of land, so the supply of product out into the market. The builders are there, there is finance back coming from AIB and Bank of Ireland to kickstart the whole process again to fund the developers, but essentially the developers that are out there can't get their hands on the land.
Over the next 12 to 18 months, we're going to see a continuation of business as it has been over the last 12 months. That is very tight supply, driving prices sharply upwards in Dublin and I suppose in the other major urban centres of Cork and Galway. I think we're also going to see increasingly demand being displaced from Dublin to the surrounding commuter counties as affordability once again becomes a constraint, so we would expect to see strong price growth. In the longer term, we would expect and we would hope that development activity will pick up. If we do get back up to that point, you would then expect the increase in supply to lead to a sort of a moderation of house price growth, and I think that's ultimately where we all want to be.